Joining me now, the senator from the great state of Alabama, Senator Tommy Tuberville, is joining us. Senator, good to have you back with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Great to be on.
We've got, as you know, millions upon millions of illegal immigrants who've come into the United States under the Biden administration. And this week, you are signing on to some legislation to address the electoral implications of that. What is that? What's the initiative here?
Well, there's several reasons that the Biden administration is overwhelming our country with illegals. Number one, they're looking for votes. They're looking for votes to take over Texas. That's obvious. Texas is fighting back, but they're also sending people all over the country. When you vote for districting in your state, you count people. You don't count citizens. And so what they're trying to do is get more congressional seats all over the country to turn red districts blue. It will work if we continue to let this happen. Hopefully we change directions here, but that's two of the alternatives that they're looking at to try to make sure that the Democrats retain power for a long time.
Right. And they're not shy about this at all. In fact, 2 years ago, there was a congresswoman under the Biden administration, Democrat Congresswoman Yvette Clarke, said out loud that she wants illegals to come to her district for redistricting purposes. Here she is. Take a listen to this.
I'm from Brooklyn, New York. We have a diaspora that can absorb a significant number of these migrants. And when I hear colleagues talk about, the doors of the inn being closed, no room in the inn, I'm saying, I need more people in my district, but just for redistricting purposes. And those members could clearly fit here.
So there you go. You occasionally have some of these Democrats admitting out loud that this is an electoral scheme.
Yeah, they don't care. They're to the point now where they feel like that they got the upper hand. That's the reason this election is so important coming up next November. Because if they win next November, you can pretty much count the Republican Party out in terms of ever having any kind of majority. Might get a slim majority in one of the House or the Senate, but it's going to be very, very hard when they start this redistricting.
Yes. So your initiative this week, the bill that you have introduced alongside your colleagues in the Senate, is to stop counting illegal immigrants in the census when it comes to electoral college votes.
Well, exactly. How about counting people that pay taxes, the true citizens of this country? What an idea, right?
Amazing.
That's what we should be doing. And, of course, the Democrats will fight that tooth and nail. And, again, if they have the majority, they'll win that out. Yeah. So, again, that is so important. While we have to go out and vote, and we have to go out and vote and get these crazies out of office.
Well, another example of why you're correct on this is, remember, Donald Trump, as president, attempted to add a question to the census about whether or not people were here legally or illegally. The left lost it, and they went to court and they sued to stop that question from even being asked on the census. It really gives the whole game away.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this is what this is all about up here. It's about retaining power and getting an edge in anything you possibly can do. Change the rule book, change the Constitution. Don't go by the real laws. Is what, people say, what about this border bill? It sounds like it's pretty good. Wait a minute. We have the laws on the books already. They're not going to go by them anyway because they want more people. That's what this is all about.
Yes. Now, in terms of the electoral implications, I'm looking at all of this survey data this week that shows in the swing states in particular that this illegal immigration is rising to become the top issue all across the country. And as a result, Donald Trump is dominating in the swing states right now. And and of course, it comes as no surprise that it's exactly at this moment now where Joe Biden is beginning to refer to the border as a crisis. But you must be laughing to yourself as he's now blaming Donald Trump for people pouring into our country.
Oh, I've been up here three years now, and I've never seen such a scam of placing blame on Republicans and really the American citizens and the taxpayers of this country, placing blame on them for anything that goes wrong when they don't want to go by the law on anything. They want their way or no way. And then, of course, as you said, elections coming up. Donald Trump was elected in 2016 because he told people, listen, we're going to start building that border wall. He wasn't able to finish. He was on the way doing it. but we're going to build a wall. Well, the same thing is going to happen here. The number one reason that they're going to get beat this time is because they refuse to go by the Constitution and the border laws that we have, and they've infiltrated this country with 10 to 12 million more people. And by the way, there's going to be 2 or 3 million more come across before the election next year. So they're making headway, but we've got to stop this craziness.
Yes. Well, the craziness appears to be this bill that is floating through the Senate right now. I'm not. What is the status of this thing? Is it alive? Is it dead? As of last week, it sounded like Republicans were kind of rallying against it, but a couple of Republicans are all out this week saying, "Oh no, it's actually great. You should read the bill." Well, I'd love to. I haven't seen text. Have you?
No, the text's not out. If any Republicans said that they've read the bill, then they've been behind the scenes getting a sneak peek. I don't think anybody has. James Lankford talks to us daily on this. He would love to get the text out, but the problem is the Democrats continue to change words. Always remember this: when you make a law, one word can change everything in that 500-page bill, and so lawyers have to look at it. It has to be meticulous, because a president gets in that wants to change things. They can say, "Oh, this word means this or that." That's how law works in this country. We've got so many lawyers up here, but no, listen. And we stood up yesterday and said, "Look, we have a problem. Let's get a bill that fixes the problem. Let's don't get a bill that just overlooks most of the problems, but does just a few things." Everybody said, "Well, Republicans have never had this chance before to make a difference in immigration." Listen, Donald Trump stopped immigration pretty much by the laws on the books now.
Yes.
We really don't need one. This is all really about Ukraine and a lot of these neocons getting $100 billion more for a war that is just raging over there, and they think they can win. But I've never been to that thought, because I've been there, I've seen it. And it's they don't have the people really to win this.
Yeah, I mean, I saw Senator Mike Rounds was expressing to Politico this week that, it's like a Russian operation trying to kill this bill. And I'm like, Russian operation? No, it's people who don't want their borders open and won't settle for 5,000 illegals a day. That's 1.8 million a year coming into the United States. That's just unacceptable.
Yeah, and it's not just the southern border now; it's the northern border's up 500% of people. Illegals coming across the northern border. Mike Rounds lives up there. He should understand that. You don't have a country unless you have borders. We owe it to the American people, the hardworking people that are already up, had their coffee, going to work, working till dark, coming home, trying to figure out a way to take care of their kids and their family and pay the bills.
Right.
We owe that to the people that send us up here to make these decisions, not to make up rules and laws and think, hey, this should be the best thing for the people back home. Take care of the people back home. We know how to do that. Is cut back on the laws, cut back on all the regulations, give them a chance to survive, but quit allowing people to come in this country that don't deserve to be here.
Yeah, the sad thing too is that it's not merely allowing; it's straight up helping traffic human beings into the country, and it's not just ignoring the border; it's sabotaging it. Because, I know last year you were very concerned about this as it was happening. The Biden administration has been literally auctioning off the parts of the border wall that should have been assembled, should have gone up. Instead, they sold the parts off. Meanwhile, of course, they're destroying Texas's border barrier. You only do that if you're trying to help the cartel operations, not hamper them.
Exactly. I know people that have gone on. You can go on, I think it's something government.org auction, something like that. They are selling off the border wall, the razor wire, as fast as they possibly can. I know people that buy it, and most of the time they buy it for 10 cents on the dollar that the American taxpayers pay for this steel. I know people that are buying 300,000 pound lots for 30,000, and it is a disgrace to the American people, to the taxpayers. The razor wire is 20 cents on the dollar. It is insane. And when Donald Trump gets reelected, the American taxpayers are going to have to go back and buy that same steel and razor wire for probably a jacked up price. It is insane what's going on. But again, the American taxpayers need to understand, before you push that button on who you vote for, you better vote for your future. and not for the past, because what's going to happen is you're going to ruin the future of our kids across the world.
Senator Tommy Tuberville, are you encouraged at all by the states who have rallied together to push back against the Biden administration when it comes to securing the border?
Yeah, I really am. 25 states have shown support, have sent either law enforcement or National Guard. My state of Alabama, we've sent 500 down to the border that are going to be there for 9 months, and we're going to even continue to send more. It's the most important thing going right now. We have to protect the people across the country. That's our job. That is our job, and it's glad to see that the state governments and they recognize it. But up here, the federal government, we can't get anything right, and we fight amongst each other. But there should be one common goal up here. That's to take care of the American citizens, and that's not on the agenda.
No, it is absolutely not. Taking care of American citizens also includes taking care of our veterans. And I know you're very concerned about another aspect here that unfortunately intersects with illegal immigration. VA resources have apparently been redirected to pay for the health care of illegal immigrants. We've got America's veterans desperately in need of medical attention. Why is this happening?
Well, first of all, I talked about Democrat colleagues on the left in the Senate, and they won't talk about immigration. They have no argument. But you got to remember, when we bring them across, most of them are uneducated. They don't speak the language. So we've got to feed them, we've got to house them, we've got to educate them, and we've got to get them health care. It is an enormous amount of money, billions of dollars that are going to this. And the Biden administration has been scrambling to find health care. Now, the VA, there's 20 million veterans across the country. We can only handle about 9 to 10 million. Now, a lot of them go to their normal health care and use their insurance card. Half of them go to the VA. We started the VAs, smaller VAs in rural areas. And because that was called community care, just to help the ones in the rural areas. Well, now Joe Biden has said, well, we're going to let the illegals use the VAs and the community care in the rural areas where illegals don't have the opportunity for big-time VAs in the bigger cities. It's outrageous. It really is, because now all it's going to do is going to kick our veterans to the back of the line even more and have a tougher time getting health care. There's no answer to this other than if you take them in, you got to take care of them. And Joe Biden, they're scrambling right now. They're scrambling to come up with the money. They're scrambling to come up with the insurance. And I will say this too. I've talked to people in some of the high schools and elementary schools. They are being overwhelmed by young illegal immigrants that can't speak our language, but the Biden administration is forcing them to put funds into these young people, which is fine. They're here. You feel bad for them, but we've got to educate them somehow. And our education is not even the top 20 in the world, and we should be number one in the world.
It's an atrocity. It really is. Senator Tommy Tuberville, thank you for your attention to all these issues and your time as always. Really appreciate you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. God bless.
God bless you.